A YouTuber named Jem Parks lost his grandmother over 10 years ago. However, her spirit still lingers in her old empty property, which his family's maintained since her passing. Jem Parks timidly enters the house and crosses the living room, walking by her wooden rocking chair. Doors keep slamming shut wherever he goes. It's almost as if his grandmother wants her privacy, or maybe she's trying to keep him away from something she doesn't want him to see. Then, as Jem Parks turns a corner, he records this. A pale figure peers at him from the darkened doorway on the right. Here it is again if you missed it. The apparent explanation is special effects, but the answer no one, not even Jem Parks, wants to accept is that this could be the twisted incarnation of his grandmother. Strange lights. There needs to be an explanation for these strange lights. Posted to the r/ghost subreddit, u/paleontologistic key 440 captured the security footage in his backyard. He writes that the property's been super active since they moved there in 2016, and this footage is from May of 2021, which must mean these types of occurrences are nothing new. The footage shows lights hovering and flashing, first to the left of the frame and then on both sides simultaneously. Some in the comments think they're fireworks, but one user remarked that there is no smoke. What do you think it is? Extraterrestrial or paranormal? I don't think either option is ideal. The Night Stalker. This woman claims that she would go to bed at night only to be woken up by strange noises and left with the unshakable feeling that she was not alone. When she sets up a camera to record some evidence, she finds this bizarre footage the next day. Imagine watching yourself trying to sleep while this figure haunts your dreams. At one point, the supposed phantom appears to be lunging at her. She says that she believes she is still awake at this point and remembers seeing nothing. Only when the contrast on the video was enhanced did anything become visible. A man draws suspicion when he holds his phone a little too high while looking away. When he does look at his phone, he appears to be in deep concentration. Little does he know, the window behind him reflects his screen, betraying him and telling the whole story to anyone quick enough to notice. Look to the right, and you'll see the blurry image of a woman sitting. He's obviously recording the female passenger for whatever reason, who is secretly recording him in return. This continues for well over a minute. He's looking straight at his screen, and there's no possible way he doesn't know the camera's on. The idea of watching someone through your phone is beyond creepy, and if he was recording a video, who knows how many times he watched it later in his free time. A man keeps an eye on his two daughters when he notices a third child watching them from the doorway. The man quickly checks on his kids and finds them happily watching TV as if nothing's wrong. No one is standing in the doorway watching them from behind the kids' gate. Satisfied that everyone's safe, the father returns to the other room and checks the baby monitor again. Sure enough, the figure's standing in the exact same spot as if it had never left. And this time, you could see one of the children looking straight at it. This house was built in the 1940s, and the family sees this kind of thing quite often, which would explain why the father remains relatively calm instead of running out the door. Scary scratching from within the basement should alarm anyone. Some would call for help while others would grab their phone. Not for use, but to make sure whatever's down there is caught on camera. That's what two roommates do after one hears noises in a hidden crawl space of their home. The one who hasn't listened to the noises is brave. The one who has is scared.
It could have been anything though.
Nah, I was scared, man. I heard noises. Hold on, move this first.
You're a scary cat, dude. It could have been rats or whatever. What about it? We got a whole bunch of rats.
Nah, man.
Are you going down there?
Hell nah. That shit.
There's a light right there, dude. You go down there while I record.
There's no way he's going down into the creepy basement crawlspace after hearing eerie sounds, so his roommate volunteers to show him up. He squints into the darkness, and that's when he finds the scariest thing of his life.
It's around here somewhere. Hold up. I can't reach. Can't reach. I think I gotta step on that chair. There's a chair right here. Hold up. Oh shit! Says that!
1 minute and 27 seconds is when I could barely make out a shadow figure straightening up to greet him. He's screaming, and the video ends before we get to see if he escapes from the crawl space before it reaches him. The man sees a ghost hiding in his basement, according to the title of this video, but I'm not so sure the supernatural is what he's caught on camera. Something scary is in his basement crawl space for sure, but think about it. Why would there be a chair positioned directly under his crawl space entrance unless somebody has been using it to climb into their home? I don't think this is a ghost haunting the basement. I believe this is an insanely scary stranger encounter caught on video. Anyway, that's my analysis, but what do you make of this strange sighting? This possible deep web video was discovered and posted by a YouTube channel called Gris Overkill. In it, two bizarre-looking figures walk forward in a jerky, unnatural movement. The first one's dressed like a witch and has long, gnarled limbs and fingers on the display. The second one's dressed the same way and is wearing what I hope is a mask and not its real face. Let me know if you recognize these figures from any television or movie series. I would feel a lot better knowing that this is just a film set and not a real video. If this does turn out to be real, then I don't even want to know its location or the surrounding circumstances. This surveillance footage was taken from the Help Me Car College in South Africa. A strange mist appears in the far doorway and slowly morphs into the shape of a girl wearing a long dress. She casually walks into a nearby classroom as if this was just another ordinary school day. Except, of course, the room is empty, and no one is in the building. Even though this is called Help Me Car College, it's just a high school, and this phantom-like figure does appear to be around the same size as an average student. This makes me think it could be real, though I guess they could have edited this girl into the video if they wanted to. This one's a little difficult to see, but the payoff is worth it. A YouTuber named Past is exploring an abandoned property in Nottingham. Pay attention to the very last window during this clip. Even then, I doubt you'll see it. Now here it is again, with the paranormal sighting highlighted. Something very large appears to move quickly in the very last window. However, this window leads outside and is 2 floors from the ground. With this in mind, what could this moving object be? Bob Larson, that's the name of an exorcist who travels around the country to supposedly rid people of their evil spirits. Here's just one of the many videos showing the Reverend in action.
I don't like you. Feelings mutual.
This woman claims to have been tormented by Satan ever since her sister began praying to a demon for help after their mother passed away. She alternates between speaking in tongues and using foul language at random. The way that Bob Larson performs this exorcism is almost playful at times, but soon everything becomes much more serious.
Spirit, come out of this. Perversion, spirits of witchcraft, all of you come now.
During a different exorcism, Bob Larson encounters a demon who prefers to mock him instead of putting up any form of physical resistance. He puts his hand on the possessed woman's forehead and gives her a sharp command to leave.
See, we left the curse. We left the curse. Say it! We left the curse.
We lit the gates.
A fire and death.
We've been here today.
Oh.
As the exorcism wears on, the alleged demon appears to lose its resolve. Eventually, it succumbs and leaves the woman's body. The renewed woman hugs the Reverend while the crowd cheers on. Of course, these people could have been lying in order to get attention, or maybe they have legitimate mental disorders that make them think demons are lurking inside of them. They could even be paid actors working for Bob Larson to make him seem like a real exorcist when he's not one. On the other hand, however, they could actually be possessed. Once again, it's very hard to tell if these are true or not. YouTuber named GDude26 is absolutely sure that his basement's haunted. He says that something feels wrong when he's down there, and that he and his mother have both heard footsteps coming from the basement all of the time. Both of them understandably want to know what is going on in their own house, so they set up a motion-activated camera downstairs. This camera will even send a video to his mom's phone as soon as it detects something. That way, they'll know right away this is what was sent to their phone at 5:13 in the morning. Shortly thereafter, look closely, and you'll see a strange streak of light move across the camera multiple times. GDude26 and his family are sure it's paranormal, and I think it could be too. Then again, I guess it could also just be a bug or something like that. But my question is, would a minor bug be enough to trip the camera? It doesn't land on the sensor or anything like that. Please let me know if you know enough about motion sensors to tell me if a bug could set one off just by flying by. We can get to the bottom of this one together. The person who uploaded this video, Ace Thug Jr., is able to communicate with the ghost through a Snapchat filter.
Yo, if you're here, can you like lick or something?
They use this clever licking communication strategy to narrow down the nationality of the ghost to Mexican, eventually. Then they try to figure out its name.
Just lick when I get it right. Daniel, Miguel, Pablo, Marcos, Jose, Juan, Roberto. Wait, which one? Alright, so I'm gonna assume your name is Juan, right? Alright, Juan, my name is Robert. Pleased to meet you.
The ghost says that it can predict the future. They have a quick conversation about various things like the Super Bowl, and then end the video. The ghost somehow answers with perfectly timed licks and never interrupts a single question. A truck dashcam captures somebody scrambling across an unlit highway without a flashlight or any reflective clothing. A lousy choice for sure. The truck is going too fast to do much of anything. Still, at 14 seconds, you could see the front hood dip a little as the driver slams on his brakes, played frame by frame. The man only makes it to safety with one step to spare, leaving the truck or grabbing his chest with one of the scariest moments on his life caught on camera. Luckily, everyone was all right. The stairway. This CCTV footage shows a young woman hurrying down a flight of steps, only to find something waiting for her at the bottom of the stairwell. The shadowy figure turns towards her, and if you look closely, you can almost make out the circular white outline of a face. She bolts away, and the apparition quickly pursues her. If this video's real, nobody knows what happened next or if she even survived. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. This video comes from a supposedly haunted home in Chiefland, Florida. Diane Fraser and her paranormal investigation group attempt to summon the ghost of a child named David by inviting him to play with a toy top. Sure enough, the small piece of plastic soon begins to move. Eventually, Diane feels pain in her stomach, and they can determine that David was kicked by a horse, possibly centuries ago.
Make sure that's zoomed in correctly.
It is. Yeah.
I want you to see this. You missed
Look
it.
at that. Good job.
Can you get that, Gabby?
I am getting, yes.
Yes, there he goes.
Whoa. All right.
I've never seen this ghost equipment or software before, so I'm not sure what the radar screen is for. If this is just a regular tablet with an app, then there should be no possible way for the top to spin itself. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.